committee members. First, we have Master Jeff DeWild, and Master Jeff DeWild has been putting his heart and soul into our program. He's also one of the committee members that are going to select the winners for this year. Also, we have Mr. Doug Stark, and he will be announcing the Debbie Stark Award winner. Yep, and that is a Master DeWild right there. Yes. And Mr. Doug Stark, great. And we also have Mrs. Gunther, who is on the committee. So those are 3 of the 5 committee members. And also Mrs. Gunther is also a part of our community service committee who handles those tasks to build that bond within our community. And finally, I want to introduce the creators of the MKTKD Taekwondo Scholarship Fund, which is Master Chang and Master Rand. Okay, we could not do this without these 2 fine individuals who saw and who had a vision of being able to help the generation of Taekwondo practitioners at their next level of education. So thank you so much. Today is really about the students. You know, I've been around martial arts, Taekwondo all my life, and there's scholarships for everything. So there was a lack of scholarships for Taekwondo. So, these 2 saw that vision and they created this Taekwondo Fund already. Even before the announcement today, we've handed out about $17,000 just the last 2 years. We're going to add to that this year, and they're going to talk to you and let you know all about that. So thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over right to Master Chang and Master Rand.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. We're really excited about giving out these 4 awards tonight. We're really excited about the 4 people who are about to win them. Before we dive in and make the announcements, I just want to start with a little bit of the story and the history and really why we started this. And it all started 11 years ago. I remember sitting in my parents' room, frantically searching the internet for some form of college scholarship for martial artists. As Grandmaster Kim said, there were scholarships for everything, but not for martial artists. We had a big tuition to pay. We received minimal financial aid from the school I wanted to go to, and the numbers just definitely weren't adding up. Like Master Chang and everybody here, I practically grew up in the dojang, so Taekwondo was my best bet. The problem was there was only 1 scholarship dedicated to martial arts, and it wasn't enough to even make a dent in our bill. And I'll never forget one evening, I was sitting with my parents at the dinner table in the dark, and my dad told me he just didn't think it was going to be possible to make the tuition work. And so naturally, I immediately started tearing up, and he proposed that I ask Master Kim for a scholarship. Back then, that wasn't really a reality. And luckily, with the help of my parents and a big host of student loans and some creative accounting, we were able to figure it out, and I did have the pleasure of going to my dream school. But still, it was tough, and I still have loans that I'm paying off. Fast forward 5 years, when Master Chan and I were preparing for our 5th DOM test, this memory was the first thing I thought of. And so we decided to work together to create an avenue for people like us to earn the scholarships that they deserve for the work that they put into the dojang. So we created this fund, and to date, as Grandmaster Kim said, we've given out 8 awards of, I think, over $17,000 to rising Taekwondo leaders in the past 2 years. And tonight, we are super excited to announce 4 additional reward recipients. These leaders have all demonstrated over the years that they're not only dedicated Taekwondo students, but that they also bring the 5 tenets of Taekwondo into their everyday lives. And so it's our absolute pleasure to support the growth of these 4 individuals. And we know that there's no doubt that they're going to be bringing the tenets of Taekwondo with them into the next stage of their academic careers. And that's what this is all about. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Master Chang, and she will announce the first award.
Thank you, Master Rand. All right, so I have the pleasure of announcing our first Taekwondo Scholarship Fund Award recipient of the evening. This recipient will be receiving $1,500 to go towards their college education. So without further ado, Mr. Isaiah Gonzalez is a high school senior and is planning to study everything from philosophy to finance. He's a current 4th degree black belt and a senior instructor at the Penfield location. Mr. Gonzalez put out his own EP and wrote, produced, and performed every single song on the album. He was also the 2020 USA Freestyle Poomsae champion at the 2020 US Open. And I believe Mr. Gonzalez has a few words prepared for tonight.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say I'm so happy and grateful and and honored to be here. It's great to see Kyle and Christina and everybody on the call and everybody who is tuning in through the YouTube live stream. 2021 marks the 15-year anniversary of my Taekwondo journey. So to put that in perspective, in 2006, YouTube, the platform that we're live streaming on right now, got bought out by Google after running for just 1 year. So it's been 15 years since I've worn a white belt. And that got me thinking, man, the belt system is beautiful. Like, it's genius. And everybody starts off at the same position. And you guys know this, like everybody starts at the white belt level. And if you persevere enough and work hard enough, you can make it all the way to black belt and beyond. And this is a universal concept. It's not just something that applies to martial arts. It's something that applies to any endeavor that you're going to do and that you're pursuing. So that also reminded me of an old archetype, old story of a character facing off against a dragon who's guarding a cave full of gold. And in the beginning of that story, the character is pursuing a tangible goal, the treasure in that case, in our case, a black belt. And any thought of facing off against a dragon is just absurd. You can't even think about it at that point, but they begin the journey anyway. And throughout it, it's rough and tough in the beginning and you want to give up. They face that first major obstacle and it's like, oh, they almost don't make it, but then they go over it. And same thing happens and they face obstacle after obstacle, challenge after challenge, conflict after conflict, till eventually they make it to that pinnacle and do come face to face with the dragon and overcome one final challenge. And I know that's a bit dramatic, but you might be thinking at this point, the ultimate reward is the treasure, the gold, the black belt. But in my eyes, the ultimate goal is the overcoming of obstacles, the lessons learned, the person that you become who's better than when you started. And, you know, Taekwondo is so amazing because there's such great building blocks, you know, lays a great foundation to build your house upon. And I know, then again, you know, what do I know, right? I've only been on this little spinning ball that we call Earth, 17 rotations around the sun. But, you know, I really do believe that when I approach this fall 2021 semester, I'm going to be a white belt, a beginner in the college game, but I think I'm confident that the lessons I learned, the 5 tenets of Taekwondo, the lessons I've learned over the past 15 years through Taekwondo will help me overcome any obstacles that I might face. And I just want to say thank you. I'm really thankful. I'm thankful for Grandmaster Kim. I'm thankful for the fellow students. I'm thankful for the Scholarship Fund Board, and I'm absolutely thankful for my family. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the future. And I'm looking forward. And as a wise license plate that I just so happened to see today once said, Excelsior. Thank you.
Love that. Thank you, Mr. G. I think it should be said that both of us and all of us probably wish this could be in person because everything is far more fun when we're in person, but we will look forward to seeing you all at some point in 2021. Next up, for another award of $1,500 towards school tuition, we are happy to announce Mr. Nicky Bruce, who is a senior at Penfield High School. He plans to study filmmaking, photography, and early childhood education. Mr. Bruce is a 4-3 black belt and senior instructor. He is also a member of the drama club and has been training since 3 years old. So congratulations, Mr. Bruce, and we'll pass it over to you.
First off, I want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have an additional boost in helping with moving on to college. About a week or so ago, we had a staff meeting, and Grandmaster Kim asked me, "Why am I working so hard? Why am I, coming in all these hours and putting in all that effort?" And I said to help the students because I want to give them the knowledge that I have to them. And then after that meeting, and for the last couple of weeks, I started thinking about that a little more. And I think about what it took to lead me here to this moment. First off, I think about, my family, my parents. They paid for me to go to after school and summer camp when I was a kid. They've been my biggest supporters. And then also have to think about, all the teachers that helped me want to become an instructor, like Grandmaster Kim, Master Rang, and Master Chang, and so many other instructors. And then the last couple of years when I've been teaching, it's been some of the funnest times I've ever had. I mean that. Like, Taekwondo is my second home, and teaching those kids, it's amazing. It's family. And because of all of the lessons and knowledge that all the instructors have given me, my parents for letting me have this opportunity, and all of these students that I've taught that, woke up what I want to do for my life, and that's to, continue that path of education and start becoming a teacher. That's what I want to do. And I couldn't have that, idea in my head without Taekwondo. And I plan on using everything that I've learned from Taekwondo and my family, the 5 tenets of Taekwondo, and using that in college and beyond. And I'm very thankful for, once again, as I said, Grandmaster Kim, Master Ray, Master Chang, my family, my friends, and all the friends and family that I made here as well. So I am thankful for everything.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bruce. It has been a pleasure watching you grow into the impressive young leader that you are. So our third award of $1,500 is going to Mr. Ming Demers, who is a senior at the Harley School, and he plans to study computer science and the humanities. Mr. Demers is currently a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo. He's also an Explorer Chief in the Brighton Fire Department and the Director of Fundraising for Write Rochester, which helps Rochester youths with reading and writing. So, Mr. Demers.
Well, thank you so much. It's a tremendous honor to be here tonight. I just want to thank you, Master Rand and Master Chang, and the selection committee for this just amazing opportunity. And I want to thank Grandmaster Kim and the MKTKD staff for creating a space for physical and emotional growth and preparing me for all of life's challenges, big and small. I also want to thank my mom and my family who have just been there every step of the way. As a part of the college application process, many schools ask for an essay about a community from which the applicant comes, a home or a second home that has helped them to develop into the person that they are today. I chose Taekwondo as my community, and I'd like to read that essay that I submitted. I started my Taekwondo journey as an energetic first grader. Think the rambunctious Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes. Kicking, punching, and yelling with abandon was everything six-year-old me loved to do. Still, after a few years, it grew old. The master didn't let me quit, however, promising that I would be proud to be a black belt. And while I didn't quite believe him, I stuck with it, achieving that rank at age 9. Then I quit. 3 years later, I stepped back into the dojo. I felt like I had left behind something that had helped me grow mentally and physically. And rather than just punch and scream my way through class, this time I was ready to improve on my own terms. With the patience of the Taekwondo community, I quickly returned to the rhythm of the sport, bowing to instructors, speaking Korean, sweat, and no small talk. I taught the white belts and volunteered at the Super Cup Championship. I was invited to fight on the sparring team, training with the country's very best. I've made friends of all ages, welcomed new students, and said goodbye to old instructors. I'm expecting my 3rd degree black belt this June. Impossible without the support of what has become my Taekwondo family. They have helped me to realize the person and leader I strive to be, respectful, loyal, and composed, with an indomitable spirit. This time, more Hobbes and less Calvin. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Mr. Demers. Without further ado, there's only one award left, and this award is larger and specifically given in honor of a very special person for both Master Chang and I. My Aunt Debbie was really the reason that I started Taekwondo in the first place, and was a really, really big source of inspiration and happiness and joy and everything good as I was going through Taekwondo, as I was going through college, and as I was growing up. And unfortunately, we lost her a few years ago, and it is, she remains very much a big part of the spirit of Taekwondo, definitely for us. The way that we're able to carry her through is by making the largest award each year in honor of Master Debbie Stark. So I would like to turn it over to Mr. Stark, my Uncle Doug, to say a few words and share this award.
Yes, good evening. Thank you, everybody. I just want to say thank you again to the Kim family, Master Rand, Master Chang, for creating this award and also making it in memory of my late wife, Debbie. First of all, how many of you knew my wife? If you could just raise your hands quickly, Mrs. Stark. I think almost everybody. So she would be extremely proud of all of you, and would be just amazed at how you've grown and turned into the young adults that you are. And I know she would have been thrilled to be part of this. If I could just say a couple of very quick things, and then obviously we want to get to our award winner. You already mentioned one of the things that I was going to mention. To Debbie Stark, family was everything. And if you were a friend, you were part of our family. And that extended to the Taekwondo family. Everybody in Master Kim's is and was members of our family, including all of you. And Taekwondo was extremely important to Mrs. Stark. She believed in the tenets. We raised our children on those tenets, including Master Rand. One of them in particular, though, I want to highlight, and that's perseverance. As you learned, unfortunately lost her to cancer. But I have to say perseverance was the tenet that she exhibited the greatest amount of. She actually lived 3 times longer than people who typically have the cancer that she did. And that was due to her perseverance. She also participated in Taekwondo and tested as she was being treated for cancer. So talk about indomitable spirit. And then the last thing is education. Education is extremely important to my wife, to our family. And it is a foundation for life. And like Taekwondo and the tenets of Taekwondo and all that you've learned and will continue to learn, it is an essential foundation in terms of your future. So if you put those 3 things together, family, Taekwondo, and education, this award, I really think, honors my wife in that way. And I appreciate that very, very much. I also want to say congratulations to all of you. You've done a fabulous job. I had a chance to read all of your applications, and they're just outstanding. It's so hard to pick one over the other. So you all deserve this tremendously. So let me speak a little bit about Miss Erin Black. She's a senior at the Penfield High School and plans to study biochemistry. She's a 3rd degree black belt and a senior instructor. Miss Black is a member of the Model UN. She's an accomplished actress, a great athlete, and a national medalist in Taekwondo. And the award that you receive is $3,000 on behalf of Debbie Stark. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I always get emotional at this. I can't help it. I apologize.
Me too. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, I have so many thank yous. Thank you to Master Rand and Master Chang and everyone else on the scholarship committee. Thank you to Grandmaster Kim. pushes me to be my best every day. This award is just such an honor. So thank you very much. Taekwondo has been a part of my life since I was 8 years old. And in a few months, I'm about to turn 18. It's just blows my mind. So Taekwondo has taught me so much, like so much. It's taught me respect, how to have a great work ethic, and most importantly, how to be confident in myself. I take these skills and I apply them to every aspect of my life, including school. And I have no doubt that in the coming years, as I go off to college, these skills will be very helpful. And I will use them for the rest of my life. It's just very meaningful to me. I would not be where I am today without Taekwondo and Grandmaster Kim. I just wanted to say quick thank yous. Thank you to Mr. Andrus. He not only pushes me to become a better instructor and teacher, but a better person. And I'm very appreciative of that. I also want to thank Miss Lily Wellman. She was a recipient last year, and she really encouraged me to apply this year. She's my best friend, and it wouldn't have been without Taekwondo. I know that we'll be friends. She's off at college. I'll go to college. We'll still be friends, I know. We have the best community here at Taekwondo. And lastly, I want to say thank you to my parents. You guys are my #1 supporters. I love you guys, and I hope I make you proud. Congratulations to everyone else who received the award tonight. You all deserve it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Wow, what an amazing night. I just wanted to say how proud of all of the applicants and the committee that I am. Of course, the applicants, I've known all of you for a minimum of 10 years, 10 to 15 years. And most of you started when you were tiny tigers in the Taekwondo program. I've seen you grow up. I've seen you develop. I've seen your highs and your lows, and you've just continued to persevere, just like we needed to do in 2020. I can't be any more proud of the committee, even all the committee members. You are all Taekwondo practitioners, judges, same thing. Started off when you were young children, and now you are definitely leaders in the Taekwondo community. There's nothing like this in the world. There really isn't. I mean, what we have here is so special. I wanted everyone to understand that there is nothing like this that exists anywhere. Okay, the way that we're supporting our current Taekwondo students, and that's what we want to do. That's what the purpose of this is about. We want to encourage those students to continue with Taekwondo. Because there are other opportunities there for them. And just real quick, just like Miss Erin Black said, I mean, there's no better community than a Taekwondo community. These are the people you want to be around. These are the people you want to grow with. These are the people you want to learn from. So I can't be any more proud of what we've created here. This all started as the master's project. When you test for your 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo, you must come up with you must create a project. And most of these projects, they get started, they have, great intentions, but sometimes they tend to fade out. So this one, we're in our 3rd year. It's getting stronger each year. I mean, we've survived the pandemic year. I mean, just being able to do this during the pandemic is just, is phenomenal. So congratulations to Master Chang, Master Rand, who had this vision, who did not let this vision stop. And all the committee members, thank you once again. And all the applicants, congratulations. And I'm going to turn it over to Master Chang for some final comments.
Thank you, Grandmaster Kim, and congratulations again, everyone. I know Master Rand and I have known all 4 of you for a very long time. We've seen you grow up. We taught you guys Taekwondo, and it's such a pleasure and an absolute honor to see what impressive young leaders you have grown into. So, one second, sorry guys. Had a couple extra words. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, so all that said, congratulations. We do actually have one family on here, the Gonzalez family. I don't know if, you guys want to just say hi. Thank you for, to everyone for being on here tonight, to all of your families, to the Master Kim's Taekwondo community. This community is so important. I think Grandmaster Kim touched on it. I think all of our applicants touched on it, but truly, families and parents have really, you are the reason that our applicants have grown into the people that they are today. You are the reason that we've been able to continue awarding, these scholarships to these rising college students. So thank you so, so much. This coming year, we're really, really excited to continue growing our organization. And so we're actually looking for a marketing and communications intern. So if any of the current recipients is interested, if anyone watching, on the YouTube live right now is interested, or someone who might be interested in helping out with the Taekwondo Fund, please shoot us an email. I think Mr. Esty could probably link it at some point, but it's info@taekwondofund.org. We're really excited to be growing our organization. And again, I just want to say a huge thank you. I know this year has been absolutely crazy for all of us, and we are so thankful to the community for being able to help us raise the money to support these individuals. For those of you who are tuning into this YouTube live and may not know a lot about the organization, we are a 501c3 charitable nonprofit organization. And so if you are interested in contributing to the fund, we do accept donations through ActBlue and via check. And again, you feel free, please, to reach out to us via email. We would love to give you more information. And finally, I do want to thank Mr. Esty tonight for all of his help making this virtual event possible. We kind of, everything has been crazy this year, and we're really, really grateful for everything that for Grandmaster Kim, for the community, for the, the judging panel, everyone. We're very, very thankful for all that you've done to make this scholarship possible. So thank you very much. And I will turn it over to Mr. Esty.
Thank you. And yes, of course, huge thank you to Grandmaster Kim and his family for making this possible. All of the funds that support this come from his actions and his doings and his support and everything that he provides to the community. And that's the reason why people believe in this fund, is because of the things his family are doing for this community. So thank you, sir. Of course, tremendous thank you to Master Chang and Master Rand for making this possible. Are there any, I know we have the live stream, we are at 8 o'clock here, but I did want to just check in with the families here. If there's any families that wanted to step on and say any last words here. We do have the Gonzalez's here. I know the Block family is there somewhere. I'd love, as the Debbie Stark recipient, if you want to, if the family has anything to say. It's not necessary, but I would definitely, the families, maybe the Gonzalez family, if you guys have anything to say first.
Yes, I did want to say something. So just congratulations to all of you. You guys are all fine, young students, recipients, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity of the scholarship for my son, Isaiah. I just wanted to say also, as you guys start to go off, as the four of you start to go off and do whatever the new prospects that's on the horizon for all of you, just remember about the like it's been said tonight, the community that you have. And don't forget that of the Grandmasters, the Masters, and all the other students and instructors that are here for you, because a lot of them are just wanting you all to succeed. And as for them being mentors to you or advisors in your future, I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing that we as parents and also as an instructor love to give back to all of you. So don't forget about the Rochester community that you have here. And again, I'm so grateful for all of you, and I wish all of you good luck in your future.
Thank you so much. And are there any other families as well? Mr. Okay, we can go to maybe Mr. and Mrs. Black.
Yeah.
Anything? Yes, thank you.
Yes, this is wonderful. It's I'm very proud of Erin as well as the other candidates, award winners. It really is amazing to see them growing up and, like you said, becoming these amazing instructors and leaders and role models to all of the younger students. We're very proud of Erin and all of her accomplishments. She's an excellent student and has a lot of extracurricular activities that she likes to do. But mostly we're just proud that she started Taekwondo and has stuck with it, and it's going to be part of her life for forever. And so yeah, we're thankful and very proud.
And then congratulations to everyone. You've worked very hard, many long hours. So enjoy next year and congratulations.
Thank you so much. And again, congratulations, Miss Black, on being the recipient of the Debbie Stark Scholarship Fund. And congratulations to everyone. Let's one more time. Hey, let's hear it for all 4 of our award recipients today. Congratulations and best of luck in the bright futures ahead of you guys. We're very excited to see what you guys are able to do. I know these resources are going to a good place. And with that, we're going to close the ceremonies. So thank you so much for all of the families and all of the students who tuned in on the live stream. We're going to wrap up today. Thank you so much and have a wonderful